Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. Today is October 9th, and we're going to jump into our morning prep. I have the date right there in front of me. Now, before we jump into the prep, guys, just so you guys are aware, this video is more geared towards those in the 10-week course. Now, the 10-week course will kick off officially next Monday, and what I'm going to do is just, send out, the morning prep video that I'm doing for those in the 10-week course, just, to the whole team up until the live date. So with that being said, guys, one thing I want to focus on with those of you in the 10-week course is, again, the full process of, having a successful day of trading and doing it every single day, for 10 weeks and further than the 10 weeks. And one major thing that works, or, that I find really important is to motivate myself before the session. Now, all of us, we're different individuals. We're motivated and driven by different things. For me, as many of you guys know, I'm an exotic car fanatic. That's probably my biggest passion in life is cars, probably more so than the market, to be honest. And this is something that motivates me. So one car I've been looking at lately, and again, I'm thinking very big for 2019. A lot of things are starting to click in my life. Things are starting to come together. This is something that motivates me in the morning. Now, in terms of what it motivates me for, we'll discuss that, but, whether you want a beach house, or whether you want more time with your family, whether you want to travel, see more of the world, maybe you like cars like me. Maybe you want to get, season tickets to your favorite team. There's nothing wrong with being motivated by something. A lot of people will think, there's something wrong with wanting, a $200,000 car, but there really isn't, and whether you want a beach house or you want more time with your family or to travel, trading can be, the resource that allows us to do those things. And the real important thing is who you become in that process. I'm not so much hell-bent on getting the car. I'm more so hell-bent on becoming the dude who can actually afford a car like that. What kind of person do I have to become? How many people do I have to help? How many lives am I going to improve, as a result of me becoming that individual? So 5, 10, 15 minutes, guys, before the session, or before you begin your morning prep, actually, look at something that motivates you. And it should motivate you, not to go try and make money that day, but to focus on the process. I don't focus on profits. I focus on the process. The process is what's going to allow me to drive a car like this. Now, 2017 McLaren 570S, messing around with numbers here, guys, the decent amount down, it's a $2,500 a month car payment. Probably would be more taxes, insurance, but nonetheless, if I want to be in a position where I can spend $2,500, $3,000 a month on a car, I really need to focus on what's important in trading, and that's the process. So I can't be telling myself that I want to drive a car like this and then not approaching trading the right way. If I approach my trading the right way, it's a guarantee I'll be able to drive something like that. But if I focus on the profits, if I focus on what most traders focus on, it's not going to happen. So that being said, guys, in the morning, find something that motivates you. 5, 10 minutes, read, listen, watch. Get yourself motivated to go focus on the process. And now we'll jump into our process for today. Kind of looking at the same thing here today, guys. So, where's our focus? Once again, technology, financials, and China. Technology sector, we are likely at some point, guys, after the continued sell-off yesterday and what looks like, more selling this morning, we're due for a bounce at some point. But we don't want to rush into noise. And what I mean by noise is, when the technology group makes its bounce, it's going to be very obvious. On the higher time frames, the daily charts, the hourly charts, it's going to be very obvious. Don't be in such a rush to take a position in tech stocks because you're nervous about missing that move. When it happens, if you're looking at the whole group from that bird's eye view like we're going to jump into, you're not going to miss that move. So my suggestion is, guys, if you're looking for a bounce in the technology group, throw away your 1-minute charts, throw away your 5-minute charts, and focus on something like an hourly chart, a 60-minute chart, or even, a 195-minute chart. 195 minutes is half of an entire day's, price action. That's my suggestion. Focus on higher time frames that will remove the noise. It doesn't take much for a 5-minute chart to look like a huge bounce is taking place, where if you step back and look at a higher time frame, nothing is happening. So with that being said, here's how I'm going to monitor tech. I got a sheet here on TradeStation with my hourly charts, and I got Apple, I'll have Nvidia, I'll have Amazon, Google, and what I want to see, guys, is a bounce in all of these names. I want to see true strength, momentum, and volume coming into all of these individual technology names on a higher time frame. I don't want to play a quick little bounce on a 5-minute chart. That's noise. And more importantly, if Facebook is moving higher, but the rest of the group is falling, I don't want to trade Facebook. I'll play this technology bounce when and if the whole group moves with clear strength, clear volume on a time frame like the hourly chart. So we never want to fly blind. We never want to stare at just one stock. My suggestion is have a few charts open, guys, a daily chart, an hourly chart, and create a bird's eye view of those leading tech names. When the bounce happens, you'll see it happen across the board, not just in one individual name. So that's my suggestion. Bird's eye view on the technology sector. And then our next focus is financials. You can do the very same thing here in financials. So we'll pull up XLF right here. And a little bit of volume creeping into the financial sector yesterday, guys. Got this little, 3-day consolidation. Again, if technology continues to be weak, if we keep seeing money getting sold out of technology stocks, there's a good chance that it makes its way over to the financial group. Just like we're going to observe the technology group for that potential bounce, I suggest looking at the financial names the same way. Have a few daily or hourly charts of, XLF, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. Take a bird's eye view of that group, and all we're looking for is that money. All we're looking for is volume, strength, and momentum across the board, not just in one name. That is such a simple way of looking at the markets, but as those of you who've been in the group know, it's very fruitful. So finance is a big focus today, guys. My favorite, for no reason, to be honest with you, is JP Morgan. But again, if I make money on JP Morgan, you can make money on Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley. They're all going to move as a group. So my suggestion, once again, have a few bigger time frame charts of XLF and a few leading financial names. You won't miss the move, guys. It's as simple as that. And then in terms of China, Alibaba, big gap down lower yesterday, but it held an important level at 147.50-ish. So pop in that level right there, and you'll see that it respected that level of support nicely yesterday. However, looks like we could threaten to, crack that once again this morning. So we're going to open down about 2% here in Alibaba. We're going to open just above that 147.50 support that was created all the way back in August of last year. Here's what I'm looking for, guys. 2 potential trades on BABA. If BABA comes back down to this 147.50 level and bounces, if that level still holds up as support, the buyers come in and they stop it from going any lower, I may look to buy some calls. If BABA breaks below that level, I may look to buy some puts. I may look to buy some puts. So with that being said, there's one chart, one stock, 2 potential trades based upon the same exact level. So I'm watching BABA to see how it respects that 147.50 level, and then I'll gauge what I do from there. My other favorite Chinese stock at the moment is YY. YY is in a beautiful squeeze here, guys, on the daily chart. And we're just in this super tight consolidation now. At some point, these Chinese stocks are going to recover. I expect YY to make a big breakout of this level right here. So we're just going sideways like a rubber band right now in what we call a squeeze. At some point, volume is going to come in, this thing is going to burst, and we want to ride that wave. So all we got to do to observe that and catch that move is just be aware of the price action. Make sure you got YY in your notes, observe it periodically throughout the day, and we're just waiting for that big money to come in. So technology, bird's eye view, look at the leading names and the group on a higher time frame. We're going to do the same with finance today. And then in terms of China, going to practice some patience, but at some point, We want to catch YY breaking out of the squeeze, and we're going to see how Baba respects that level today. So I'm going to take this crazy dog for a walk, and I'll see you guys in the chat in about an hour.